Alright guys, so I just went ahead and already put the transmission fluid. Now this time we're gonna go start with the piping, since I already received mostly everything. I'm gonna start with the piping before I start filling up the radiator with the coolant, just in case I'm gonna have to remove any hoses from the coolant or anything like that to get out the way. I don't want spilling any coolant. So let's get started with the piping. Alright guys, so we got the piping installed. Need some more lift this piping in the bottom. I'm just gonna connect the intercooler. I have the intercooler right here. We're just gonna mount it, and then from there we're gonna proceed with finishing the piping on the bottom. So let's get to it, and we're gonna be installing the supercharger oil reservoir after this. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so we'll finish up with the intercooler and the piping for the supercharger. Now it's time to install the oil cooler for the supercharger. So as you guys remember, everything was smashed up in the front, so I had to pick a brand new one of these. It's the same brand, same model. It's pretty simple, straightforward. Just two hoses that attach here and here into the supercharger. And we're going to be putting the oil, and that's it. Getting the car started again with the supercharger and see how it sounds. So let's get started with that. So I just temporarily placed the oil cooler just somewhere. It's going to be removed regardless. It's going to be moved around. So all we're going to do right now is put oil on the cooler. All we have to do, unscrew it. Make sure you fill this up to, don't pass over the max line, just a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see it, just a little bit below the max line, and then all you do, just press air through it and make sure you unbolt the banjo in the supercharger. So I'm about to show you guys how to do that. Alright guys, so I just went ahead and fill it up. All I have to do now is pressurized pressurized air through the lines. Make sure you don't exceed 15 psi. Once I unscrew the banjo already, the inlet banjo, once I start seeing oil coming out of that banjo, that screw, that means the system is primed. Then I can start the car with the supercharger running and let it circulate. So now that we primed the supercharger, we're gonna keep an eye on the oil level on the canister. I'm going to start up the car and keep an eye on inside the oil level inside the canister. If it gets too low, stop the car, refill it, and start it up again, so all the oil circulates, and then you'll know for sure if the supercharger is already filled up. So we're gonna get started with that. Start it up. Don't rev it. Don't rev it. So I saw the oil was getting too low. Now we're gonna go ahead and refill it again and do it all over again. So let's see. Don't turn on yet. Refill it slightly because I already spilled some. And this oil is super expensive, freaking $100 for a quart. So so I don't want to be short and have to buy another one. So to measure it, all you have to do is stick the dipstick in. Hold it up, stick the dipstick in, screw it all the way, and then unscrew it. And keep the visual eye. It's right on the max, so that's perfect. We're gonna start up the car again. Just give me 1 second. Keep an eye out. Make sure to keep an eye on the level of the oil, so you don't burn your supercharger, because your supercharger will burn. So go ahead and start it up, please. And we're gonna continue doing that until the oil stops draining from the canister and it stays at a constant level. So I'll be right back. All right guys, so the car idle really well. The supercharger sounded healthy. All I have to do is pick up the next day, the following day. We're gonna have to drill some holes on the impact bar, so there's more airflow coming to it. And yeah, pretty much the car's almost done. So let's finish up today